We're live, we're live, we're live, we're live. Hey, everybody, that's right. It's Friday. That's right. Brother Wits, baby boy is on. Hey, Melissa says she ready for the Jah challenge. That's what's good. That's what's good. That's what's good. All right. I'm working, still trying to get things situated for a second. And Brian will be back. He has to get his outfit together because you know. He had to get his outfit.
And don't have outfits.
He had to get his outfit together. Yes, get yourself together.
It is.
Yourself. Oh, I should have had the daggone song rolling and I could have had a minute to myself. I'm working at a furied and frenzied pace in the background, guys. Forgive me for splitting my attention. I promise you I'll make it up to you at 9:10. Is that all right? Is that all right, honey? That's the wrong daggone thing. Is that okay, babe?
Yes, but I want you to gift your.
I'm trying desperately. I'm moving faster than a body needs to. I'm moving fast. I don't see it. So we're going to have to go ahead and do it. Let's talk about it. I am Lisa Santiago McNeil.
I am Brian Keith McNeil.
And you're here with us Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. when we talk about personal conversation and spiritual inspiration. We bring on amazing guests from time to time, and today is one of those times. I love it when you finish my sentence.
Brother Wits the Witty is in the house. I'm excited about that, actually.
Are you going to be able to go ahead while I switch over? I got to switch right now. Okay,
thanks. Switch over.
That's what I mean, switch over.
Okay, so I'll just work here.
Well, you still got to look here, so do what you need to do.
All right, but this is Friday, and what we do each Friday, we do Friday a couple things. One thing we do each Friday is what we call Shout It Out Friday. Shout It Out Friday. This is the time, and please take this opportunity. Shout out the good of your week. Shout out your business. Shout out your book. Shout out your cause. Shout out that new client you gained. Shout out that fun time you had. This is what we do. Put it in the comments. And Lisa and I will do our best to read every one of them.
Absolutely.
This is the time. And this is the second time this week we've had to say this, but it's the poor frog that won't praise its own pond.
Oh, now?
The poor frog won't praise its own pond. Whatever you got.
Poor frogs.
Whatever you got. If you got a small house, you should keep it clean and praise it. If you got a jalopy that gets you from point A to point B, you should not be talking junk about your stuff. You should praise it.
Absolutely.
Whatever's your pond, your business is your pond, and you should praise it. If you don't shout out your business, who will?
Who will?
If you don't brag on your good stuff, who will?
Who will?
Today, permission to brag is granted.
It's Shout It Out Friday.
Shout it out.
Can y'all see my hair?
Yes. Now, I slept in this morning. I slept in. Okay. Didn't get up. Didn't have a pre-production meeting with my wife. I slept in as late as I could possibly sleep in. So when I came down the stairs,
come on now,
and looked to my left,
what happened?
I said,
"Who's that girl?"
I said, "Who's that?" Who? I hadn't seen the bang before. I hadn't seen the bang and the ponytail before, and I definitely hadn't seen the bang and the ponytail together before.
I have just.
She's playing with it. She's having fun today with her do. That's what it is.
Is that what I'm doing?
She's still Lisa. Okay, but
my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Ponytail and a bang. What's up, Brenda? How you doing? How you doing, Miss Phyllis, Sister Beverly? We're gonna do the songs in 6 minutes. I'm happy that Audrey's here.
Can you capture all of those names in your head so that I can switch back again?
Yeah, whatever.
All right.
Good morning, Arthur Lynette. Good morning, Barbara Morales. Umi. Good morning to you guys. Lisa's doing stuff with the screen, so what I'm having to do is, even though I have you right here on this screen, she's being a bully and don't want me to look.
Oh, I know he didn't just say that.
I have to look right over there as if a brother can't glance.
No, you can't. You're not very good at glancing.
Wait, man. It's okay to glance. That's it. Glance. That's all.
Everybody don't know how to glance. Steve Harvey, or who was? No, maybe it was
It was Eddie Murphy in the movie
Bernie
Life.
that taught you how to glance.
Oh, Bernie Mac taught you how to
glance?
glance?
Yeah, because what happens is
this one.
Yeah. So you see her coming over here, you're like, oh shoot, I want to look at that. But don't look. You saw it. You saw it coming. Don't look. Go ahead and turn where she going. And look that way. And then when she comes past, you go ahead and have you some.
I hadn't heard that before. Good morning, AJ, Anthony Muhammad. What's up, nephew? What's going on with you? I hadn't heard that one.
Yeah.
The one I was thinking about was Life, Eddie Murphy. When I Can't Get Right was looking at the daughter that was washing the car. He going, like that with her. He goes, oh, you can glance. That's it. But don't look at her like you want to just run up and down. All right. You just glance and look away. That's it. I think you glance because you're not blind. You have to see what comes into your vision.
Right.
However, you're not looking.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna look.
No, we're not gonna look. We got a surprise for our guest.
We got a surprise guest. No, he's not a surprise anymore.
A surprise guest. You guys
have a guest, and he's already in the green room.
Yes.
And he's got on his performance gear.
Yes.
Look at what he got on. He got on his performance gear right there.
That's right. That right there. That right there. Yeah.
That's it right
there. Yeah, that's it right there. That's it right there. Y'all going to see in a minute.
He's going to bring it today. Y'all think y'all know about him before.
See, here's the funny thing. And I'm going to go ahead because he can't say nothing because he ain't got no mic on right now.
Okay.
Right. Jah be trying to act like he the man. You know, Brooklyn, hardcore, and all of that. Jah cry in a second.
Well, he said so on the show before.
And he gonna cry today.
He gonna cry today? Oh, that's Lisa's prediction. I didn't put that out there, John. Lisa did. But I'm gonna tell you, I already know because I feel the energy. I feel the vibe. He's gonna be authentic.
Yes.
He's gonna be himself.
Absolutely.
He ain't gonna front for you. I can tell you that right now. And he gonna bring it.
Somebody said no sound. What happened? No sound. We got the mic on. You should be able to hear us. Make sure that you can hear us. Or are you saying that Jah has no sound? Please confirm. Turn that up for just a second. Can you hear us? Yeah, we got sound. Arthur, that is you. Nope, it's you. We got sound. Sister Muhammad says, we ready for Jah. Yes, we
ready
are.
Too. We ready for Jah too. This is exciting, actually. Because Jah has a fan club.
Yes, he does. And rightfully so.
And one of his fan club members who likes to flirt with him, she's not here. She ain't been here in a while. You know what I'm talking about, right?
No, Phyllis said their sounds. Okay. And Lil Audrey says, log out and log back in. Okay, thank you. Go ahead, co-producers. Our co-producers is the truth. You hear me?
Anthony says, oh my God, I know y'all. Lanita says, good morning. Lanita, Beta, Bofina, Fernanda.
It's not time for the song, but in just 2 minutes.
Yes.
We're going to hook y'all up.
With the greeting songs. Now, the greeting songs, for those of you who don't know, if you don't know, you're about to know. But if you don't know, we've been doing this show since 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And some of you guys have been riding with us for years. Some of you guys are consistent contributors to the show, and you have earned yourself a greeting song. And we do it each day at 9 or 10. Yeah. Last night, Lisa and I worked on and found another greeting song.
So if somebody could tag John C. Barnett, I think we got him today.
Yeah, we got his song right. Okay. We worked on it last night together, Lisa and I. We didn't know this was going to be one of our avocations, songwriting.
I know, right? But we enjoy it. And actually, it was part of our downtime. We were playing Mancala last night. We were doing some share time. I don't know. That's off a little bit to me.
Okay.
But hey, Melanie, it's 9:09. 1 minute. Hope you got your coffee and your tea. Today is Friday. Brag it out. And I think we need a topic too. Love?
It's Shout It Out Friday.
Shout It Out Friday.
But we can talk about love.
What it really means to love.
But I want to see you guys. Come on now. Start giving your shout outs. Start shouting it out.
Absolutely. Melissa gave her shout out. Did you catch it?
I didn't.
Oh, well, you got to catch it because Melissa is fire.
Bragging rights.
I'm going to turn it back. Hold on. Because I got to take it off screen. All right.
Bragging rights. I wrote my first book. And guess what? It's dropping soon. I'm so excited to share with Chip. Get you some water, baby. I'm so excited to share it with you. Love, Faith, Laughter, resilience, and success touch us all. Order your copy today and discover the lessons we've all learned that knit us together. And she put the link there as very well.
As
Says,
my.epublishu/lessons.
lessons. AuthorNet says Capricorns are versatile. Okay, what is that? Scroll up. I missed some comments.
Okay, go ahead.
I missed a lot of comments.
Okay.
Melissa says Friday. Keep going. Wits is in here. I'm glad Wits is here too. Beverly said family. Keep going. M2O.
Oh, I'm sorry.
M2O, the morning duo.
That is minimize to organize.
Minimize to organize. Okay. Okay, we don't know it yet. So every time you say M2O, until you believe everyone say, you can say M2O, but every time you got to also say in parentheses or quotation marks, minimize to organize, so we know it's what.
That's right. M2O will help to take your cluttered space and make it a happy space. It should be help to take your cluttered space and make it a happy place.
Jenny Muhammad says, Assalamu alaikum, family.
Assalamu alaikum.
Barbara Brown says, good morning, family. I'm trying to speed through these.
God morning.
God morning.
It's 9/11.
I'm trying to speed through these so we can.
Back at the top.
We got to catch up all the comments first. You got eyes, you can see. Okay. Beverly says, interesting, no sound. We know what that was, no sound. You sound good. Mm-hmm. I have my water. AuthorNet, B Capricorns versatile. We know, y'all know what we would like. Okay.
Y'all will never know what we look like.
Never know. It's not going to say never.
That's what she was trying to say.
Okay.
Y'all will never know what. It's okay.
Let's go back.
Oh my goodness. Please don't mess up.
Right, so the first song is Melissa Price. You know, this is highlighting something to me.
What is it?
We still don't have a Lisa song. We don't have a Brian song.
We do have a Lisa song.
What's your song?
This girl is on fire.
Okay. You can say that, but we don't have your name in that yet, so we haven't made it agree.
Lisa Santiago is on fire.
That's a lot.
She's
right
walking on fire.
Okay.
Don't play me out.
Let's get to work. Yeah. Tune up the air guitar first. Let's go. Now it's time for us to sing her song. Melissa's home. What's up, Melissa? And Melissa probably got some crew with her.
That's right. She's got the sisters are doing it on their own. Hey, the Price sisters are doing it on their own.
All right.
Yeah, baby. Who else we got?
Miss Phyllis is here. Clear the way. Make room for Miss Phyllis.
I think I got a song for Wits, even though he just got
What
here.
you got? What you got for Wits?
I gotta get. It had to do with wiggle with it. I had to do it. Wits the whittle. Wits the whittle. Wits the wiggle. It's coming. I gotta get it.
Okay, we gotta find Wits.
Yeah, we gotta find Wits. But okay,
Mr. Wits, you know.
There you go. Well, his Facebook is just Wits the Witty.
Wits the Witty?
Yes.
Wits the Witty.
Wits the Witty. Yeah, we can figure it out. Just come back a few more times and we'll get.
He was in the poem. I think they introduced him as Mr. Wits or something like that.
Honey. That's not his Facebook name.
Okay, I'm saying, but I've heard him called Mr. Wits.
Okay.
So when he's thinking Mr., I'm thinking about Mr. Cheeks. Okay.
Oh, you like that song? That's on my playlist.
That's on my playlist. My
Lights,
Get Ready.
Accent.
Yeah. Lights. I have a Get Ready playlist. You know, when I'm getting ready to go do something, you know, I had Lose Yourself on it. Got Gaining Momentum on it. This Is How We Do it. Montel Jordan.
This is how we do
but Lights by DJ Mr. Cheeks.
Lights, camera, action.
That I'm saying, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. That gets me ready. Okay, let's keep going.
Miss Phyllis is here.
I just did it.
You did?
I did it in great detail.
She is here. I'm sorry. I missed it.
Great detail with great panache, but you was trying to do Wits in your head.
Oh, in my head. Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Beverly!
It's on the show. Good morning, Beverly. How you doing, my sister?
Beverly.
We're happy that you're here.
Did we ever get the song for Audrey?
Nope, but Audrey can help us find a song for her.
You gotta help us. Hey, Umi. Good morning, my love.
Mama Umi, or Umi instead of Mama.
That's right. That's like saying Mama.
Now, I always wonder, are we crossing the line calling her Umi? Because Jah calls her Umi, and that's kind of like his thing for his mama, you know?
I don't know. We have to make sure that we have been invited to call her Umi. But she said Umi is here.
Okay, cool.
I mean, that sounds like an invitation. And when somebody knocks on your door, you can open it when they invite you in. And if you're at home, like most of us are, I certainly hope that your home is where you want to be. Is it comfortable? Is it exactly what you're looking for? Do you have the perfect amount of bedrooms and bathrooms because everybody is home now? If not, understand that right now in Charlotte, North Carolina, that real estate is still booming. There were over 600 closings in North Carolina this month, and the month is still got a few days left in it. But if you want to get your first home, your new home, your next home, or your forever home, you want to reach out to Brenda Booker Bull. Brenda Booker Bull is the real estate agent who is all heart
and no bull.
Brenda Booker Bull can be contacted either on Facebook directly or at 704-649-7686. And she can help you to navigate this journey, even from home, with top-of-the-line technology to find the house of your dreams so that you can have the home of your dream. Because a house is not a home until you're living there. And when you turn the key, you can say, there's no place like home. Call Brenda. Thank you you didn't help me at all with that.
My stuff is screwed up.
No,
okay?
yes.
It's screwed up, okay?
Good gracious.
Everything is screwed up here.
He's got to come back. Somebody help me to bring him back to his first job.
What you mean first job? All of this is my job. Okay. So anyway, what's next? Who's next? Whoop, whoop. She's here.
Yes.
You've got a smile so bright. At night, you don't need no light. Sister Jeannie.
Hey.
Sister Jeannie.
Hey.
I like to do that song, Sister Jeannie.
Loves it. Uh-oh. At this table we sit.
Making it legit. Because when the net hits the show,
it's Friday. Shout it out Friday. Do make sure that you shout out your businesses. This is the time to get it out there. I got to go find out where we just left off. I'm not just trying to come down
there. Okay. And did we do Beverly?
Yes, we did. Beverly. Uh-oh. Melodies from heaven.
Rain down on me. Rain down on me. Melody.
Hey, Melanie. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, Vivian. Vivian Reed is here. Hey, Vivian Reed is here, and now the show can go on. Oh, go ahead,
baby. You did a good job with that.
That on up there.
You did a good job. I had to try to hang with you there.
Good. Right there.
What does Jeannie talk about? Go to IamGeanie.com and get inspired.
It's actually IamGenieM.com and get inspired. So let's go ahead and check that.
IamGenieM.com and get inspired. Order my new just published book, Take Back Your Pen.
How to rewrite your life story.
Wasn't she an awesome guest this week? Beverly Lee can take it over, Thomas. What's happening with the feed? Okay. Not sure that they are gone.
We're not gone. We're here. Can you pull yours up?
See, we did have something loopy happen.
No, you touched your screen the wrong way.
I did
the wrong way, but that has nothing to do with us here. Now, there was some challenges. With the stream, but we'll figure it out. We'll make sure. I think that the system actually had a problem, not us. Give me just a second to check into it. Let's find out what's going on, because there are so many places at home, people at home, that there is a lot of issues that might be going on. So we're going to go ahead.
That there would be more technological issues, more people at home, more.
So if you get stuck at any point, just log off and log back in. Dr. Deborah, healing and
deliverance coach. I'm so happy that you're here, Dr. Deborah. We miss you. I miss you, Dr. Deborah. You came back on a good day.
That's right.
Because we got us a guest today. In 11 minutes, Jah is in the house. We're going to get it in today. Jah's going to be our special guest, y'all. We're going to have a good time.
That's right. I got it.
Party again from where we are. It starts from the beginning.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No.
So just leave it and see if just share it then. Just share it.
Okay.
We're trying to figure out the technical difficulties on the fly, guys, because the systems are so over crowded right now that we're having challenges.
Yeah, but I'm hoping everything will be clear before our guest gets here
Yes, me
today,
too.
because we're excited about having him. First off, we love this guy, and so y'all gonna have to behave when he get in here. Y'all gotta treat him like y'all love him too.
That's right, because our stream is doing just fine. Our video is doing just fine on our side. The technology is working just fine over here, but we've got to find out what the dealio over there is. So let's figure it out.
You see, even trying to do this here, it's starting from the beginning. I don't want to start it from the beginning. I want you to share it in progress.
Okay. Let's make it happen here. Here we go. Oh, that's not today. Okay.
So anyway, this is still Shout It Out Friday. Come on. Vivian, wow, not working. What's not working?
Yeah, Vivian says she wasn't able to get connected. So we're trying to see where we are now. And it keeps wanting to start over. You know what? Maybe we should just start over, because both of these things, I'm going to start over, Jah. If I lose you, just pop right back in.
Everybody, if they stay in place, won't they just pop back on?
Not necessarily. I was gone. And it seems like we're still having trouble. There may be a problem on Facebook's end. Your stream was deleted. Please check Facebook to ensure the stream is still going. And if this is, then let's go ahead and, he said, it says remove it from the destination and add it. Okay, I'm going to remove it.
Okay. So bear with us.
We're going to remove that. And then we're going to re-add it. I think it was on yours. Hold on.
You don't have to put it on mine.
Okay, so we'll just have it on one. Okay, so let's save that. Let's remove it from there and remove it.
Okay, we're going to put it on.
And then we're going to put it back on the Empowerment Duo page. Okay. And we're going to save changes. And we're going to see if we're back.
Are we back?
Well, we got to give them a chance to get back in. Jah, you're still there? We didn't lose you? Yep, we still got him there.
All right. I still.
It looks like it's going. We got to check back right there. So it's working. If you are on with the Empowerment Duo page, you will be up. They just sent another alert that there's an error. That there's an error. There's an error.
We can't have no errors today. We got 8 minutes to get this thing straight.
Yes, absolutely. We're going to figure it out, guys. Hang tough. We're going to always make it happen. I promise.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to win on us. We're going to do it.
Yeah, we're going to make it happen. We got our co-producers out there trying to help make it happen. All right. If you get lost, it looks like we've got a green light again. So hopefully things are in place. If you got any trouble.
Dang.
Nope, it just gave us the error again.
So that's not us. That's the system.
Yeah, that's the system, because it's heavily burdened these days with everybody at home running broadcasts. So let's make it happen.
Beverly's talking about John was probably going to blow the show up this morning.
He is. Oh, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. All right, everybody. Y'all know what to do. That's when we start praying. That's when we start praying, because we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and spiritual wickedness in high places. Umi is back. It looks like Billy Bronco is on. Billy Bronco. Oh, Billy Bronco. Oh. We got to go ahead and see. Miss Phyllis has her water. You guys, if you can hear me, put the time in the broadcast so that we'll know that you just posted. So put what time it is in the post. What is your time? What time is it right now?
Dang.
So it looks like the according to the messages and the alerts, it says that they're having trouble, that this is a Facebook's issue. It is not our issue. It's a Facebook issue. So we got to continue to hold. And actually what we're able to do is to switch to record mode. And then we can record this broadcast and produce it, put it online later.
You just won't have
we won't have live interactions, but that's okay. I know.
Now we want to. Do we have to do that yet? I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that yet?
I want to keep our people.
Okay. Well, I don't know if we're gonna keep them, but okay.
Let me bring Job now.
Yep. Let's bring Ja up now.
What's up, man?
What's up?
You see, we fighting against technical difficulties here. We got you up for a moment, and
I
we're going to
see
keep
it.
as long as we can. Dang. So we just had another alert.
I think it's a lot of people.
Press forward, huh?
I think there's a lot of people using Facebook now.
Yes, that's what the error message is.
Yeah.
Facebook has got more bandwidth than more people using their bandwidth than ever before.
Gotcha. Are y'all recording now, or you just waiting?
It is hopefully still recording internally. That's the way that this particular system works. So I think we should just keep pressing on through.
How you feel about it, John?
I'm good. I just wanted to make mention. I saw Precious Pauling post today, and I wanted to start off with saying that we're with you. We're praying for you and your family, and
What happened?
Oh gosh, she posted that she lost her dad.
Oh.
That is her husband's birthday at the same time, and she's going on an emotional roller coaster, is what she was saying. And
we know her dad. We met him.
Yeah, she posted that just a little bit ago. And I
so
checked to make sure. Yeah, she said that she had lost her dad.
Well, we are definitely
we're going to see them today.
Well, we might not. They may be.
Yeah, we may not now. We were planning to see them.
Mm-hmm.
But to God be the glory. We are praying that God sends them the comfort that they need.
I see the post now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely did wanted to make a mention of that because I can't even imagine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. And
that's family. That's family.
Absolutely. That's family. We are an extended family, which I think is so
Precious
awesome.
cannot help herself but be poetic when she said it.
She can't. She can't.
Even the way she posted it. My mountaintop moments always have a stain of pain. Come on. Yeah. How poetic is that?
It's like, oh, you know what I mean? So,
but anyway, we're going to get back to Precious. We're going to lift her up. Mm-hmm. But we're happy to have you here today, John.
It's always an honor to be here with y'all.
Yes, man. We're happy, man. We're big fans. And we have, man, you have an announcement to make today, too. I wish our real audience could stay for the whole time. But we want to share the good news of you, man. This is Shout It Out Friday.
Yeah.
So come on, John. What you got?
Oh gosh, I don't even know.
Introduce yourself, please, just in case somebody don't know who you are.
So my name is Jah Smalls. I am originally from Brooklyn, New York, Manhattan. Now in Charlotte, North Carolina. I am a 3-time published author. I'm a full-time poet. I am a creative writing coach. I am a happy father. I don't know. There's so much to add to that, but I'm just a lover of words.
Okay. Yeah. I love the full-time poet.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now I can't wait to give Jah this gift. And I'm gonna start this gift out by reading to you who I said Jah is. Is that all right?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. I'm gonna tell you who I said Jah is. I said Jah.
We already talked about it.
It's okay. You could cry. I said Jah Smalls, #JustJah, a poet straight from the heart of Brooklyn. The author is a survivor. He has learned to deal with the pain of life's tragedies, even suffering from PTSD, while still hosting a bullet in his jaw and facing each day, helping himself and others in the lines of each poetic line that pours from his soul. He teaches others how to tap into their peace by channeling their emotions through poetry. A prolific author, this particular project was extra special. 101 love notes from Dad, specifically written to fill the hurting spaces of his beautiful daughter who was suffering with depression. Get your copy and support your soul and the souls of those you love.
You're working on me.
I like it.
But the thing is, that's not all.
Oh, but wait, there's more?
But wait, there's more. You see, I read that from your landing page.
What? That's what she was working on. Okay.
I read that from the landing page of 101 Love Notes from Jah. People can opt in there. They can read about the author. They
Oh
can
my
read that.
goodness.
Look at that. Look, man, look.
They can see
Wow.
your poetic promises. And
Remember that?
then
Wait a minute, that image. Remember that image from when we was at the
Yes, I
cigar
do.
bar?
I do at the bar.
Yes.
yes. And then once they opt in and put their email addresses
Watch this,
in,
bro. This is yours, John. This is
they
a gift.
go on in and they're able to purchase your book directly from Amazon.
Damn.
You're not gonna get me today.
That's awesome. But that's major right there, man. Because
That is
now you got
amazing.
some place to send people. You can send them there.
Oh my gosh! Wow, that
That
is so
JSP John.
beautiful. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much. Wow.
That's a good present.
I don't even know what to say.
Hey, your business life has changed right now.
My entire life has changed. Wow, that is so amazing.
It's
Wow,
attractive too, man. It's handsome.
that
And I
is
had
beautiful.
all of 23 minutes to do it.
You did that in 23 minutes, Lisa.
Yes, when you texted me and said, I didn't even give you a book, I said, send me the cover. You didn't send me the cover, but I found it and
I
I
think I
created
sent
all of
it.
this. It didn't come through.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wow.
And so I went and got it and I converted it into all of these images and did this for you for all that you do for so many other people.
We love it. And I really believe this book is going to bless a lot of folks.
That's
Okay.
right.
So let's please talk about it. What is 101 Love Notes from Dad? What is that?
Let me say this first. I do.
Okay.
So my daughter was going through this depression, this challenge with depression,
Mm-hmm.
and her bout was it was overwhelming. I can't even, like I can't put in words how it made me feel, and I had to reflect on how depression affected me. And I'm saying, wow, my baby girl is going through this thing that I can't control,
Right.
right? And I just started to write things to make her take that fork in the road and redirect from this line that's not being good for her. It wasn't wholesome. So I just kind of channeled that energy to go someplace else. And like I said, she said that she wanted to tell parents
Mm-hmm.
what your child's needing in those moments because we don't know. And we assume, oh, you'll be okay. And oh my gosh, I absolutely hate when people say it'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because my okay is not necessarily going to match your okay.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I just started putting these things together and said, you know what? I'm going to give you a book. And this book will allow you to share what you need and want to share with others. So that people can understand your child is going through something and you may not have the answers, but listen to what they're telling you and say nothing until they need you to say something.
Right.
And don't try to answer everything. So there was so many different things.
Wow.
And my idea was just to give her enough that she can say, okay, yes, this also allows me the confidence to say, hey, I've been here. Let me show you what helped me get from point A to point B. And she was actually in the feed this morning too, but
Wow.
Really? So
Well, I think we
when did
might have
you
people
start?
back right now for a moment. I'm trying to minimize any bandwidth burdening that we might be doing. Turn off your devices, anything on our side that might be otherwise taking space from the network that could be hosting us.
I love that story, Jar, and I can relate. When my daughter Kayla, when she was 11, she developed migraines, and they were completely debilitating. She couldn't move at all. We couldn't help her. She was in so much pain. I'd go in the bedroom with her, turn off all the lights, and she would just try to be as still as she could in a chair, and I would just hold her.
Yeah.
And silently pray because she couldn't handle any noise. She couldn't handle any light. And as a father, I felt so helpless. I wanted to help my baby, but what could I do? So when you was talking about, you felt the way you felt when your daughter was going through, I can completely relate, man. You know,
Yeah.
when did you start this process of writing this book?
I don't, to be honest with you, I don't know the first day I sent her a message because it was basically through text.
Okay.
I don't remember. I know that she would just call me for no reason, 15 times a day, whenever, or just she text. She's a texter. She loves to text. I do too, right? And but when she's going through, I can tell from the text. It's almost like I can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know when it. To be honest, I never even looked to see what day it started. I just know it
Like, was it this year or last year or 2 years
was
ago, 3
last
years
year. It
ago?
was last year
Last year. Okay.
over in the summertime. And I mean, I
Wow.
would go get her, and we would go someplace, and she'd be fine. And the next minute, boom, and it
That's
was
another cool thing about this story. It would happen through text.
having the text. You see that? I'm gonna
Wow.
show you something else that I don't believe in coincidence, right? I was having so much trouble getting this book published. The editor wasn't able to do some things, and a lot of stuff went just haywire. So initially, I had the first copy made, which is 6x9. So I sent it through to CreateSpace, and CreateSpace was so backed up and whatever. Anyway, I wasn't able to order the author copy to see what the actual book looked like. So I had to order another one. I had to create a whole new one and order it that way, and end up creating a bigger one, which was much bigger than the other original.
Wow.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Later on, I get this. I said, you know what? I like the feel of the big one, and then I thought about it. I want families to be able to read this to family. I want teachers and therapists to be able to read. I want you to read it in groups. What better way than to have a book large enough for you to read to groups?
Yes.
So you have your personal one, right? But then you have a larger one when you have to read to a group. It's bigger page. Oh my gosh. No such thing as accidents or coincidence.
No
It's
accidents.
happened.
That's a great story.
No accidents. To God be the glory. There are no such things as accidents.
And you wouldn't have known that you liked the bigger version if you didn't have to do it.
If I didn't have to. And I'll be honest with you, after receiving the second one, the one that's compact, I love more.
Oh.
But when I'm reading it from a stage or microphone or somewhere, I want the bigger one.
Yep.
Feel is amazing.
They both have their own purpose.
Yes.
So I left both up so people can actually get either or. They can get the 6x9 or they can get the 8x11. 8x11, yeah.
That's
Wow.
awesome. That is awesome. We ended up doing Sister Jeannie Muhammad's as an 8.5x11 for the same reason, for more of a workbook feel for hers.
Right.
You wanted to feel like that. Go ahead.
So my daughter decides she wants to create a sort of workbook for children that are dealing with depression. So that's the next project she and I are going to be working on, and she wants that big size.
Awesome. I thought when you were introducing the idea to the group, to the family, to the let's talk about a family, everyone got excited about it. And when I first heard about it, I thought it would be, for the father who doesn't have the words that you have, something that he could share with his daughter.
Absolutely.
That's why I thought it would travel the world. I thought your book would travel the world, because there are dads that have a similar thought without the words.
Absolutely.
But where do you see your book going, and who do you believe your book is going to serve?
That's a very good question. I'm going to share this story. When I was initially writing it, I read, I would read a poem or two when I have a big function that I'm presenting at. And I read it, and there was this woman that was from India, I believe. I've never seen this woman before. She was sitting in one of the chairs at one of the workshops I was doing. And I read the poem, and I was telling the story behind it, and she just bust out crying. And I said, "Are you okay?" She said, "I know my dad loves me unconditionally, but he doesn't have those words to tell me that."
Yes.
What a military man. He's a strong man. He just doesn't know how to be vulnerable. And my eyes just welled up. I see this book being just that.
Yeah.
Fathers to daughters, uncles to nieces, aunts to nieces and nephews. Because if we teach both the boys and the young ladies that there's love there, it changes the outlook on how they represent people.
Yeah.
One of the workshops I do is focus basically on that. If you can focus on what you see and then not judge it because you really don't know. 17 people can look at a picture and get 2,000 different expressions
Yeah.
from it. 2,000.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Doesn't make it wrong, but it definitely doesn't make it right. But it shows you that there's something more that you might not have seen.
Absolutely.
I see this book
Absolutely.
crossing all areas of love.
Me too. Me too. I see it helping from a therapeutic standpoint, from
Hmm.
an emotional standpoint, from a parenting standpoint. I think it's just got so many different opportunities to share the number one thing in the entire world, which is love.
Love. I
Absolutely.
see estranged dads hurting by being estranged, healing through your book. You know, they
Yeah.
want to get to their kids, but for whatever reason, they can't.
And what if they
Mm.
gave the book to their daughter, but they had one themselves? Now, maybe whatever reason, because we all know that there are some unseemly reasons that moms or parents keep their children from the father, right?
Hmm.
Whatever reason that is. But imagine if he got that book to his daughter and that they scheduled a conversation on the phone once a week. I'm going to read with you
Yes.
a
Ooh.
few of these. Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
Dad, I read this one on page 41. When you
Or,
read it, ooh,
or how about I didn't have time to call you or you were in class, so I'm gonna take a picture of this piece, this
Pull
poem,
up page 51.
and
Yes.
now you can read and see what I was thinking about you at 2 o'clock while you were in
Come
class.
on now.
wow. Wow.
Come on now. The opportunities are endless to help
Absolutely.
bridge those gaps where
Okay.
no, babe, it's not. And
All right, cool. No problem. No problem.
where we have these opportunities now to help you have the opportunity to help someone who doesn't have the ability to articulate on his own
Mhm.
what's in his heart. Like you just said, there are some, like the young lady said to you, some dads didn't have that training.
Did it?
They were taught
Who's going to train them for
keep
that?
your feelings are for girls.
Yeah.
You know, they were taught all of that stuff, but now they've got a beautiful daughter who is yearning for that space in her heart to be touched because no one can touch that space but a father. No one can touch it. They
You
can
know.
mishandle it. They can mishandle it. The first boyfriend can mess it up, but
Hmm.
no one can ever touch that space. It's specifically designated by God for a father.
I've
That's
got
it.
3 daughters that are grown, but I want to get them their copies
Hmm.
of this book.
Hmm.
Of my 3 daughters. And I
Right.
know my daughters are the kind, they'll keep the book and they'll give it to their children. That's
Right.
what they'll do with it.
And
You
that's
know,
it. It's that thing. My daughter now sends different messages and notes to me when she texts, and I don't even think she realizes it. You know, she sent me one. She said, "Dad, I just love you so much. I could just sit in your car and just cry." And
wow.
I'm like, "Wow," you know what I mean? Because I know she's one that kind of bundles up and holds on to her emotions, and then they
Mhm.
just bust out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for her to be able to express that, I'd like to think that I've first of all opened up the doorway for her to know that it's okay,
Mhm.
right? And then secondly, to tell her that it's free. You're free to do that here with Dad. And
Mhm.
I think it has worked. And I think part of it is because of this journey with this book.
Yeah.
You know,
You go ahead.
I'm so curious, John. I hope this question is not too personal, but I want to ask, how do you feel that it's done, the book is done? How do you feel about it, the process, and how do you feel about yourself, that the kind of guy you became by completing this? How are you feeling?
I am even still today, still digesting how great this book is to me on a personal standpoint.
Mhm.
Because my other books were a collection of poems that I did for the book. There was so much
That you
behind
did
this
for the
book.
book,
There's so
but
much
this for the
history. There's so much love. There's so much things that I might not have said. There's things that she would probably not remember. There's things that I talked about when she was just. I brought her home when she came home from the hospital the first day. Things that
Mhm.
she would never know. I talked about watching her mom actually give birth without being so graphic. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So that children can actually get, oh wow, mommy, that really happened with me too. So there's so much that I mean, this book is so heavy, it's so weighted, and it actually made me look at some things that I'm writing now way differently. Way
Yeah.
different. My
Yeah.
writing has grown from working on this particular book.
Absolutely. Now I have to turn the subject for just a moment.
No problem.
You helped one of the very, very, very most important people in my life, besides my husband, is my brothers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my baby brother, Edward, had
Mm-hmm.
been challenged writing. He's been writing probably for 30. He's just turned 50 this year. He's probably been writing for 45 years,
Wow.
but privately,
Mm-hmm.
privately.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you had the opportunity
Wow.
to speak into him, he has begun to overflow. And he's also begun to flood me because I actually am working on his first
That's
published piece with
that's
Y'all, you
him.
turned that. We were in the car when you got on the phone with him.
mm-hmm.
You turned that car into a church.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was church the way you ministered to him. You ministered to Lisa's brother because he had all his poetry, and he was confused and hurting about not putting it out and what to do first, second, and third. And Lisa could talk to him till she was blue in the face.
Because at this point, I'm representing mom. Our mom had moved on. And you know,
Yes.
moms tell you everything's great. That little ugly picture hanging on the refrigerator,
But when you
everything's great.
came, that's going to always be special to us because you were so loving and so patient, and you got it right away. You understood right away. This
Mm-hmm.
brother's hurting right now. He needs me to hear him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and
My
we love you for
mom,
that.
my Umi has always been that one.
Yeah.
Um, it's funny. She tells this story all the time. I was born on Halloween. She said, first of all, I was orange when I came out, which was kind of weird. But she said, I may not have been perfect for the world, but I was perfect for her. I was perfect to her. And everything I have done has been that. She didn't expect more. She didn't know what to expect, but she doesn't. It's almost like she had already seen great things.
Yeah.
But she's always been that one to say, you know what, son, you can do it. Just go do it. I look exactly like my dad when he's giving a lecture. My dad is he teaches Arabic. He's
Oh,
awesome. He does sermons and stuff like that too, and lectures. But I look like him with my hand gestures. But a lot of what has been that caramelizing of myself has been from my mom. She's been
Absolutely.
just super. And you know, she's you got to hear her story about me one day. I'm not gonna
I
do
do want to hear it.
Absolutely.
I do want to hear it.
Absolutely.
I didn't know that about your dad.
Yeah, my dad is in Pennsylvania now. He had a very challenging life, and I had to. What we have to do as humans is understand with relationships. People are products of what they've been through, and sometimes they don't get past it. Sometimes they're stuck right there. And I had to tell my siblings, we have to accept my dad where he is because of what he's gone through.
Right.
He's been through some things at such a young age. How do you expect him to be this other entity and he hadn't gotten past that? And that's something that he has to personally do. But until
Absolutely.
then, I can't hold him accountable to what happened to me when he was 13. You
Mhm.
know?
Man, I have a great difficulty explaining that to some of the young men that come to the men's group. They're mad at their dads. They're angry at them a lot of times. And I have difficulties trying to get them to a place where they're not holding on anger towards that man. They don't know what he's been through.
Well, and it self affects. It
Yeah.
becomes self effacing. Even though you think you're projecting it and angry with them, it's actually affecting you and affecting how you live with you, how
Mm-hmm.
you feel about you. Because all of us, no matter how much we try to get away from it, we're a part of both. We
Absolutely.
have an individual identity, but it is influenced by both, absent or present, whether they were there or not.
Yes, yes.
It is an influence. And a
Yeah.
lot of times, forgiveness, we think we're not forgiving them, but we've left ourselves with this wound. It's not even a scar because it hasn't had a chance to heal over. We're
Exactly.
leaving ourselves with a
Yeah.
wound that only forgiveness can heal.
Mm-hmm.
And that is just so important to do.
I
I
think
heard you.
that is the biggest thing. We forget that part. We forget that journey. And then I had to say to myself, what would I have done if I was in his situation? See, when we don't change the table, when we don't turn that table around, I
Yes.
can't see what I would have done then.
Yes.
You know, I'd have to share my dad's story another time, but what he's gone through, I might not have lived through.
Mm.
See what I'm saying? And a lot of times the expectation of man, of any man, and that's mankind, right? The
Mhm.
expectation is one thing. But just because you put me behind the wheel of a car does not mean I'm gonna make it to my destination.
That's right.
Absolutely.
I might run out of gas, the car might break down, the tire might go flat, anything. I may not make it. That doesn't make me less of a person, but then I had to understand the journey that I went through. And you have to accept, hey, the car broke down, I couldn't make it. What do you want me to do?
I'm listening to you with all the wisdom that you have, and I'm actually sitting here reflecting on times where I didn't have the words for some of these young men that are feeling that way about their dad. But what I did, the good thing I did was I gave him a chance to say it.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
one kid, I said, if your dad was to come in here tonight, how would you feel? What would you do?
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to two-piece him. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want to do with your dad. Okay. You want to punch him in the face, is what you want to do. Yep, that's what I would do with him. Okay. All right, I hear you. And that same kid who wanted to beat up his dad if he showed up was crying
By the end of the meeting.
by the end of the meeting, wishing he had any man that would tell him to do anything.
Wow. I'll share a brief story. I have two sons, right? And my oldest son and I, the last time I spoke to him that I could remember, he got shot. And he was in the hospital, and he was also under arrest for something else. So I flew to New York City, and I found him. His mom didn't tell me where he was. I went and found him. Bro, you can't hide from me. I'm going to. Got to New York City, went to the hospital. Police officer sitting outside. The hospital's not open yet. New York City, the hospitals are not. You can't come around all the time. You got to come during visit hours. I showed him my ID, showed him my ticket, and I said, "Listen, is it okay if I see my son?" He said, "Your son?" He said, "Well, his dad just left here." I said, "Sir, I'm going to ask you to do me one favor. Look at that picture on that ID, and you look at that kid in there. I don't know who's here, but that tells you who I am." He let me inside. I talked to him. He said he had to go inside with me. My son looks to me, pulls the sheet this way, looks at me, and he says, "I definitely don't want to see him," and pulled the sheet back over his head.
Wow.
I was so hurt. I told that officer, I said, "Thank you very much." I shook his hand and walked out. He said, "That's it." I said, "Officer, there's nothing I can do in this moment that's going to help my son. Me being here is going to frustrate him more. He'll be in worse situation than he is. I'd have to leave." I left. I didn't even stay in New York. Got right back to the airport. I was drinking shots I was working the airline, so I was getting shots for free. Trying to get drunk till I got to Charlotte. Nothing made me drunk. I was numb. That was years ago.
That would hurt. Yeah.
My youngest son told me, "I'm going to fix this, Dad. I'm going to fix this shit. Just count on me." He took his phone. He went to my son, and we hadn't spoken in over 8 years.
Wow.
He took FaceTime. He put the phone in front of my son who had cussed me out and told me he was going to kick my ass, looked at his face in the camera, looking at me, looking at FaceTime. And my smile matched his smile to the T. And when I tell you, we laughed and smiled so hard that I almost bust. I didn't even know. And now we talk on the phone every day.
Hallelujah.
Wow.
My son had to understand what I had to go through because he was getting one side of the story.
Yeah.
It changes. If these young men could take the time and write down what their dad went through. Don't tell me what you think. Just write that down.
Mm-hmm.
Write that part down. Do you know? Okay, ask him what did he go through and write it down. And then respond to it after you read it later on. Don't read it now. Read it later.
Wow.
It changes everything. This is part of the workshop that I do.
That's a great workshop.
I really want to do for Black men because they
find out what your dad has been through. What? It would change a whole lot.
Oh my gosh. Forget about it.
We have a friend here in Charlotte. He has a group called Manpower.
Mm-hmm.
And what their job is to try to connect children with their dads.
Yeah.
These are the dads that want to connect with the children. The dads want to, but for whatever reason, the mother is keeping them from it. So they try to mediate that. That's what their thing is. And he tells me some of these crazy stories.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the reasons why moms keep the kids away are really ridiculous. They're really ridiculous.
Yeah.
But they need an organization to help mediate that.
Help mediate, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What
And,
what about the fathers who return from prison?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
They return from prison.
That's considerable time. I mean, considerable time. It's crazy. It's
one of the challenges I have with my oldest son is he always say I'm institutionalized. I said, no, you're not. That's a state of mind. You got to get your mind out of that. Stop saying that.
Yeah.
It would break my heart to hear my child say that.
It would break my heart too. And I would almost want to snatch him. Stop saying that. What the hell?
So, but I'm working with him. Hopefully they're gonna be down here and hanging out with me soon. We're working on getting them. They were
I
supposed
would
to
love
come
to
for the
shake his
poetry
hand.
festival.
I would love to shake his hand.
Oh man. And I told him, I said, there's one thing that you can get a story from people that you know, but if you ask about your dad in New York City, it's a big difference, bro.
Yeah.
I said, don't even worry about here now, because you're not even ready to do what I've been doing here. Ask about me there, since that's your life that you want to be in. Ask about me in that from people who actually really know me, because your mom knows one side of me. I didn't bring that
Right.
stuff home,
Right.
Yeah.
We
It's
went a little bit longer with you because we had to resort to recording, but that's okay.
It's okay. It's
It's okay.
wonderful.
But we're gonna have to wrap up, and the show ends in 5 minutes. But I want to give you at least a couple of minutes where we're not interrupting you, where you can share whatever it is that you want to give to the world, whatever you want to share to the audience. What do you want to leave them with?
So I really would like people to understand that as a writer, I have a commitment to myself first.
Okay.
To be honest with that, and to be honest with me about me. And I have the luxury that most people don't take, and that's reflecting on self and then deciding how I want to project that and how I want you to see that. I have total control over everything that I write, which means that I have control over a certain portion of your processing what I'm giving you.
Yes.
With what I give, with this book in particular, is an unconditional way of understanding LOVE, love. Because expressing that love to my child, I'm also reflecting that to myself, how I see myself in my child, how I see myself connecting with my child. I challenge everyone to at least do some form of journaling, or something as a way to reflect on what you've gone through. There's a song that's, I don't look like what I've been through. Well, how about you actually write down what you've been through and save it for later? And then when you're going through those rough times, write down those rough moments and reflect on that later. And I guarantee your outlook on things will be totally different.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
That's been amazing.
Absolutely.
John, thank you very much. You couldn't help but be poetic as well. You had to.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Plato, the Greek philosopher, said, "The life unexamined is not worth living."
That's right. Wow. How about that?
The easiest way to get your own copy of 101 Love Notes from Dad is to go to my.epublishu.com/JSTJAH. Just Jah. Now we will update that, and you may even receive notes from the author himself. Just opt in. It'll take you directly to Amazon, where you can order either the ebook or the 2 versions of the printed copy on my.epublishu.com/justjah. Thank you so much, Jah, for
Jah,
being
you've
here.
been amazing. Thank you very much. Hang out in the green room, please, for a couple of minutes.
I sure will. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Wow. Thank you so much for joining us. Those who are catching this on the replay, we appreciate you being patient, because this particular guest was more than just a guest. This was family.
It moved me emotionally today.
Absolutely. And you need to share this with those that you love, and make sure that you order your copy and receive a letter from the author himself, Just Jah. Thanks for joining us. I am Lisa Santiago McNeil.
I am Brian Keith McNeil.
And it's never too late to go have sex.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
That's what we got. No,